Hi everyone, this is my sister Mary April, or I like to call her Apple.
I will cook Bicol Express, my version.
Ano ito? Ha?
Oh.
Bakit niyo ako pinapalitan?
We're not, Ma. We're just gonna cook Bicol Express.
I don't know what happened.
Ay, nako.
I have
Bahala
nothing to
kayo
do
sa
with
buhay
it.
niyo.
You're just gonna eat later. I'll be the one in charge.
Take two! Since my mother likes to bother us, what are we cooking today?
Today, I'll be making my version of Bicol Express.
Bicol Express.
So, it's a dish from Bicol region in the Philippines. Pero there's a lot of version of it. So, ngayon yung gagamitin nating pork, hindi pork belly. Because usually it's pork belly. So, we're using pork butt. My version is, it's not gonna be too fat. Tapos, hindi siya masyado maanghang. Kasi ayaw namin na sobrang maanghang. So, that's pork cubes. 2.5 pounds or 1 kilo. That's ginger or luya, jalapeno, and then the siling labuyo or Thai chili, 1 whole onions, chopped, sugar, shrimp paste or bagoong, 1 coconut cream, and then 1 coconut milk. Lagyan nyo ng mantika yung pan. Only a tablespoon. So we're not using pork belly, so hindi siya masyado magmamantika. If you're using pork belly, you don't have to put oil.
Okay.
Since ang pork butt yung gagamitin natin, kailangan natin ng mantika for gisa, para maigisa siya. So it's in medium heat right now. So isatein mo lang siya for like 20 minutes until it's half cooked. Yung ibang nagluluto, gusto nila pork belly. So it's all fat. Like for me, because I like the sauce of it. So kaya hindi siya masyadong, hindi pork belly yung ginagamit ko. Just pork butt or sometimes pork shoulders.
Bakit may audience ka dito?
Pagpalasa.
Bored ka sa buhay mo, no?
Kasi ako ang unang titikim.
Hindi po pwede yung batok nyo.
Bakit? May nakakabit naman ah.
Lang natin siya hanggang sa maluto. Put it in high heat for like maybe 5-10 minutes para lang maluto siya. Every 3 minutes you mix it para maluto ng even. Dapat pag nagluluto kayo, you have to put makeup on.
I know! Can we talk about your makeup? What is your makeup today?
Nothing. I just put baby powder. I still use baby powder. I grew up putting baby powder on my face.
Same.
Yeah.
No one's talking to you! No one, you're the audience, you be quiet.
Lipstick only.
Yung preference ko, gusto ko talaga yung may buto-buto. Masarap kasi pagka minsan yung buto-buto, sinisimot mo pa eh. So you'll see that bubbles, hindi pa mantika yan. It's all water from the pork.
When is it gonna turn to mantika?
Usually like 15 minutes.
Kakagutom na.
Kaya ako rin naman nalaman na magluto kasi si Mama Lulu, she's the one who's always teaching us to cook. So, ngayon ay tutubig yung pork natin. We're just gonna remove it kasi hindi mo kailangan yung tubig eh.
Does this happen typically with a lot of pork products?
Yeah, no, not even pork, pati chicken.
Okay.
Natutubig siya.
Especially if there's not a lot of
Yeah,
fat.
kasi pinigisa natin yung baboy sa sarili niyang mantika, technically. So, ayoko nung may tubig. So, ang gagawin ko, tatanggalin ko yung tubig, and then, kasi okay na yung pork natin, pwede na tayo magsaute ng onions at saka nung ginger.
If this is pork belly, will it do the same thing?
Yeah, medyo matagalan ng konti kasi yung pork belly medyo makapal yung taba. What you do, pag mamantikain mo talaga siya, tiyagaan talaga.
How many
And then,
minutes when the water all
10
dissolves?
minutes na yung mga 10 minutes to 15 minutes yun.
And then you're gonna add more.
Oil. So, antayin mo muna siya na mag-reach niya ulit yung temperature kasi tinanggalan natin yung tubig eh. We'll put a little bit more oil para dito sa side na to na ginawa ko na hole, pwede ako mag-isa. Right? Kasi ayoko na i-transfer pa. So, technically, other people, tatanggalin nila yung baboy kasi nagmantika na, doon sila magigisa ulit. Since ayoko na, gusto ko na lang i-shortcut, I will just make a hole here on the side. Magmainit na ulit yung mantika natin.
You're gonna put the dry ingredients.
Yeah, yung onions muna. So, yan, ginigisa natin siya dito sa gilid. Iba naman, they do it the other way. They saute the onions first, the ginger, and then they cook the pork. So, okay lang
so
din
backwards.
Oh, backwards. Pagka naging transparent na yung onions nyo, ibig sabihin luto na yun.
What is the difference of this to binagoongan?
Walang gata yung binagoongan eh. So the Bicol Express, they have coconut milk. Other people, yung Bicol Express nila, they put sitaw or kalabasa. You can also put that. It depends on your version. So pag luto na yung onions, you put naman your ginger, yung luya nyo. Ngayon yung luya, it's your preference also kung gaano karami. Kasi other people cannot take the taste of the luya. Or mas gusto nilang hatiin yung luya on a bigger chunks. Kasi ayaw nilang makain o manguya. Eh tayo naman, wala tayong problema.
I like ginger.
Ayaw, me too.
Yeah.
I can eat it. Okay, so pwede na natin siyang sama ng halo. So, ito yung stage na kapag gisa mo, lalagay mo yung baboy. So, ito yung ginawa ko. Luto na yung half cook na yung baboy ko. Pero, nagmamantika pa din siya. So, pwede na natin ilagay yung ating coconut milk. So, 1 can. We will use canned coconut milk. Kasi, here sa US, wala masyadong fresh. Sama nyo na rin yung coconut cream.
So the coconut cream is just gonna make it thicker.
Yeah, kasi gusto ko yung lasa. Kumbaga, kakanggata. Yung unang gata ng nyog. Yun yung coconut cream. Mas creamier siya. O, tingnan mo yung texture niya. Pag medyo na-mix niyo na kasama yung coconut milk tsaka coconut cream, lalagyan na natin siya ng bagoong. Tsaka ng sili. Tapos, we cover it. We let it simmer for another 15 minutes. On a medium heat para talaga maluto yung baboy natin. Kasi since may buto ako, mas matagal maluto yun. So kung medyo pork belly, papalambutan mo yung baboy, syempre. Since we saute it already, yung mga laman-laman, halos luto na yan pagkakulo niyan. Pero gusto mo yung pagmantikain yung gata. We'll put our jalapeño. Ito, kalahati lang muna. Tingnan nyo muna kung gaano kaanghang yung jalapeño nyo. Kasi sometimes, ayaw nung kakain ng masyadong maanghang. So we put our jalapeno para ma-absorb niya yung anghang. Other people, they want it after kapag naluto na, kung sila naglalagay ng chili. Ako gusto ko, you cook it together, oo. Kalahati muna ito, maybe this is like a half cup of bagoong. So I put only quarter first. So ako hindi na ako nag-aasin. Because the bagoong is already salty. So, a little bit more. So, yung ibang version, gusto nila yung masabaw.
I don't like masabaw. I like it thick.
Me too. Yung process ng pagpatikan ng coconut milk, yung pagluluto, medyo matagal ng konti kasi kailangan mo talagang i-reduce yung consistency ng niluluto mo. So, kailangan half lang muna ilagay mong bagoong kasi hindi mo pa alam kung gaano siya kaalat mamaya. Hindi mo pa siya pwedeng tikman agad hindi luto yung gata mo I prefer to taste it later kapag tik na yung consistency natin. Sometimes, it depends on the bagoong that you're using kung gaano siya kaalat. Some other people, they like it na ginisa na, which is I'm using right now. Some other people, they like it yung talagang hilaw na alamang. I have some chilies here. Gusto ko rin siyang ilalagyan ng mga buo-buo.
For more spiciness.
Yeah. So, hindi ko siya kinakat, pero nilagyan ko siya ng mga buo-buo. Kasi like mommy prefers more spicier. Ako, tama lang sa akin yung mild or medium. So, on this point, we're just gonna have to wait until it reduces to your preference na thickness. Ayun, na makulo-kulo na siya. So, you turn your burner sa medium heat na lang. So, after 15 minutes na natin siyang sinisimmer. Medyo reduce na siya, di ba? So, yun yung consistency gusto nyo kunin, yung malapot. Pagka pork belly yung ginamit mo, makikita mo yung mantika niyan sa ibabaw. Kasi nagmamantika na yung baboy. So, for the sugar...
I'm hungry!
I know, for the sugar, konti lang yan. Medyo sprinkle lang tayo na konti. Basta lang magkaroon lang siya ng hint. So...
Balance the flavor.
Yeah. So, a teaspoon. And a half teaspoon lang yung nilagay natin.
Kailangan na ba ng taga-tikim? Ready na ako.
Hungry.
Nagugutom ako. Ang plato ko ba nandyan na? Naka-ready na?
Teka lang naman, gusto niyo kumain ng hilaw na bigas?
Hoy, nakanina pa ako nakasaing
Ayun na
Talaga
ang
ni-ready ko na
problema
yan.
So, see? Yung consistency na hinahanap natin yan. That's it. Simple. Like,
Oh my God.
Not even an hour recipe.
I thought it, wait, it's done?
It's done. You know what? Other people, they put it on shortcut. Binoboil pa nila yung pork nila.
Oh.
They pre-boil the liempo and then they cut it.
So how long did you cook this for?
What? Less than 1 hour. 45 minutes.
Not even, 30.
Not even.
Naghihintay na kami. Bilisan mo nga.
Ugong na yung siya namin.
Eh, pwede na nga i-serve. O, akin na. O, kanin. Okay, so ready na tayo to serve. Looks good. You can see the sili.
Nananahimik po ako ngayon sa telecast namin kasi po nagugutom po ako.
Hi guys.
Ano ba? There can never be Bicol Express if there's no rice.
Yes.
Rice is life.
Life is buhay.
Oh my gosh.
Kain na, kain na, kain na.
Ito na po ang taste tester.
Rice and
Ready.
Bicol Express.
Kanin. One, the moment of truth.
Batok, batok, batok.
Boom!
Massage yung ano. Massage.
Talagang the best si Apple magluto nito.
Likes, comment, and subscribe.
Naman,
Patay si Mami,
Diyos
walang
ko.
alam.